about y'all, but my favorite part of traveling is the food. And in South Carolina, we eat well. From Southern classics like pimento cheese and barbecue to shrimp and grits, our menus and our bellies are very happy in the Palmetto State. And no city in South Carolina is more celebrated for its fare and flair than Charleston. And today we are going to dig into what makes Charleston and South Carolina's food so great with a chef who can serve up history in a dish. Are y'all ready to get cooking? Let's go for it. Y'all, this is Chef Kevin Mitchell. He is the instructor here at the Culinary Institute of Charleston, and he is also a 2020 South Carolina Chef Ambassador. Thank you so much for having us today, Chef.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming to our beautiful campus.
Absolutely. So we are in Charleston, and obviously Charleston is so well known for its culinary scene, its food. Why do you think it is so influential and such a big player?
It's all about the ingredients and them being locally grown here in this area and farmed through the many different areas in South Carolina, and relating it back to the history of the ingredients as well. You know, how we're having this renaissance of all the heirloom ingredients that were grown many years ago by the enslaved, especially if we talk about peas and rice. All those things are coming back to life, and we have some really great farmers and producers who are, you know, kind of leading that charge to, you know, basically like, you know, a friend of mine, David Shields, would say, to kind of reboot a cuisine and focus more on the flavor of the ingredients and not just necessarily just focusing on actually cooking it. Really understanding where the ingredients come from, how they're supposed to taste, makes your food a whole lot better.
Yeah, our food is pretty good.
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
So, what ingredients are we working with today? What are we making?
All right, so today we're making one of the quintessential rice dishes that come from this area, influenced by the Gullah culture. We're gonna make Hoppin John. Right? And Hoppin John is an example of what we call a purlieu, and purlieus are basically those one-pot rice dishes that either have vegetables and meat in them, but always going back to rice. And that influences comes from West Africa. No matter where you go in the world, there's always a rice dish, a one-pot rice dish, or a rice and pea dish. And also the beauty of this dish, it has some tradition in the African American community where we mainly serve this on New Year's Eve. And traditionally, this dish is meant for prosperity, and the peas kind of represent or resemble coins, which is money. And then also, normally you would eat this dish with a really nice pot of collard greens. And those greens would also be part of that tradition where you got money and the greens would equal prosperity. So
we're gonna be blessed today.
Yes, we are gonna be blessed.
So what have we got here? How do we get started?
Okay, so the ingredients we have here, the main two important ingredients here, of course, is rice. And this is Carolina Gold rice. The other important ingredient is always peas. We have some nice green pepper that we're gonna add to it. For me, I like to add some fresh herbs, so we're gonna add some fresh thyme to the pot. We have a little bit of cayenne, we have some paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt. We're gonna do some fresh cracked black pepper. We always start with some ham hocks. And what you're doing is you're extracting all that smoky flavor into the broth that's gonna flavor the Hoppin John. Once the ham hocks have become really tender, that should usually take about 30 to 40 minutes depending on the size. I'm gonna add my peas, and the peas kind of go in first. Once again, these have been soaked overnight to speed up the cooking process. Right, and I'm not gonna use all of these. Also, because I like a little fresh herb, I'm gonna add some fresh thyme to this. and that's gonna draw out that nice thyme flavor. From here, we want to start adding our spices and our other seasonings. So we'll start off, we're gonna do some really nice minced onion, beautiful peppers, chopped by Devyn.
That was my contribution today.
We want to add some salt, right? I'll just add a little bit of onion powder to kind of bump that up. Peas are looking beautiful. Normally, chefs will chop garlic using their knives. I like to use a microplane. It's a lot faster, it's easier for you to use, and you get a really good punch of flavor. I just set this on my pot and just rub it back and forth. Basically, in essence, you're basically grating the garlic. Just be careful with those. You don't want to go too far down to get the white. Devyn's got the nice garlic in here.
That's gonna make the dish.
So now,
Peas and rice are important, but that garlic is really gonna set it off.
so now we're gonna add our rice. Once again, we rinsed it really well. We removed all the starches from it. We'll stir some of this in, and we'll just use it all. Who doesn't love Hoppin' John?
Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it.
Once we have the rice in, we're just gonna let this cook. Normally, maybe 20-25 minutes. Just kind of fork it around a little bit. Really, all the grains are separate. It's still a little moist, which is fine. That's what I like. Now we're gonna take some of these nice bene seeds and we just sprinkle a little bit of it over. And then I'm gonna take this really nice bene seed oil and just pour a little bit over.
I'm suddenly starving.
And then we have our Hoppin' John for you to taste.
Thank you so much, Chef Kevin,
You're welcome.
for helping us out today, for making this beautiful dish. We have such a wealth of fresh local ingredients in South Carolina,
Yes.
and generations of traditions and talent that have made our food as good as it is today, so rich
Yes.
in history and
Oh,
flavor. So y'all, if there is a South Carolina dish that you have been wanting to try, or a restaurant, just go for it. I'm going to.
All right.
Oh my gosh. That is so good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,